kwanza ni kujua kwa sababu gani walikuja hapa.
Misuse of drugs used to treat infections in your body could lead to antimicrobial resistance, a condition that the World Health Organization has declared a global threat. However, according to a newly released report by Africa's Voices, very few people are aware of the adverse effects of this. KTN's Chebet Birir tells us more.
When you get an infection, your doctor will probably prescribe antibiotics or antiviral drugs. What many people do not know, however, is how dangerous it is to misuse these drugs. One of the adverse effects is microbial resistance.
Antimicrobial resistance occurs when the bacteria or viruses or fungi changes their form, and they become resistant in terms of they are not effective against the antibiotics or the medicines that are available.
But just what exactly are the ways medicinal drugs are abused? One common way which many Kenyans tend to do is buying antibiotics over the counter. In most cases, they fail to adhere to their prescription medications, something that medical experts say is a huge risk factor for microbial resistance, which could lead to disability and even death.
The issue is when you are taking the wrong medication for the wrong disease, when there is no diagnosis. In most cases, we have seen people going over the counter. Someone has flu or tonsillitis, then it goes to over the counter, given the antibiotics. So you use the antibiotics for wrong reasons. Second is if we don't follow the regimen that you are given, it results also in the resistance of that particular antibiotic.
In October last year, the World Health Organization declared microbial resistance a global threat. However, a report that was released recently by Africa's Voices indicates that majority of people are not aware of the adverse effects of misusing these drugs. The key recommendation of the report is that stakeholders need to invest in information and sensitization of the public on the same.
You need to maintain hygiene, as I've stressed enough. Also get proper diagnosis. When you are sick and you visit the hospital, make sure that you are tested. When you are given the drugs, make sure you adhere to the regimen that you are given, because even if you are some of these antibiotics, they are taken for 14 days or for 7 days, 3 times a day or 2 times a day. It depends on the prescription. Make sure you adhere to that. Sometimes people have this tendency of you take the medication today and tomorrow, the next day you are feeling well, you stop. So that is the essence of introducing these antimicrobials. So go all the way.
Dr. Langat adds that the government and other stakeholders also need to fund research on microbial resistance if the country is to achieve sustainable development goals by the year 2030.
We don't have new antibiotics. As you can remember, penicillin was formed, more than 60 years ago. So what needs to be done is, we know there is AMR or antimicrobial resistance happening. We need to do more research. And for us to do research, we need more funding.
Chebet Birir, KTN News, Nairobi.